I've been working with Abigail for the last few weeks and brought you along recently on our introductory flight. Today, join us on part 1 of 2 as we discuss stall and spin awareness. Be sure to hit the like button, ask some questions in the comments below, and hit the subscribe button for future episodes.
All right, so we are up on Gray Approach. We're clear of the Tempo Class Echo. We're at 3,500. Today we are going to cover stall, recognition and recovery, and spin awareness. Okay, obviously we can't do spins in this aircraft because spins are prohibited. We talked about this on the ground, but for you guys watching, we'll talk a little bit more in the area than what I normally would during a lesson so we can bring you along. All right, Abigail, real quick, while I'm talking to the viewers, why don't you make a couple of clearing turns? There's a 4-step process to this type of risk mitigating tool that I have in all of my teaching, whether it's stall awareness, spin recovery, VMC demonstration, or water looping in a float plane, what have you. Acronym that I like to use is A2R2. Awareness, avoidance, recognition, and recovery. Awareness. We're aware that we can get ourselves into a bad situation, some sort of phenomenon. If we're aware of the problem, knowledge is power, we can avoid a situation that will get you into that scenario that's dangerous. And then learning how to detect signs will allow you to recognize that you have a problem and get ahead of the aircraft to prevent from the bad situation from happening. And then ultimately we want to recover if we wind up getting into that bad situation regardless. We know that an aircraft will come with a VSO or VS1. Well, VSO in this airplane is 50 knots. That's the bottom of the white arc, right?
Yep.
The bottom of the green arc is 58 knots. That's power on stall. So bottom of the white arc, power off stall. Bottom of the green arc is power on stall. Bottom of the white arc signifies a landing configuration. The bottom of the green arc signifies a departure configuration. So Abigail, at what airspeed will the airplane always stall at?
So it can stall at any airspeed, but it will always stall when the critical angle of attack is exceeded.
Okay, so you have airspeed as a reference in those configurations, as mentioned prior, that a test pilot has to certify the airplane at under Part 23. But we know that an airplane can stall at any airspeed, any gross weight, any pitch attitude. And what causes the airplane to stall? What causes the airplane to stall is by exceeding the
critical angle of attack.
Okay, and how do we exceed the critical angle of attack?
Pulling the yoke back too far or too fast.
Basically asking the wing to do more than it can do. Asking the wing to produce more lift than it is capable of doing and exceeding that critical angle of attack. How do we do that? By pulling back on the yoke or the stick excessively. Okay, so how do we recover from the stall?
Pitch down. We
recover from the stall by unloading the wing, by reducing the angle of attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we reduce the angle of attack by lowering the nose, and we don't want to say we want to lower the nose to a certain point on the horizon. We don't want to say that we want to pitch for a certain airspeed, because remember that the airplane can stall at any airspeed, at any bank angle, and at any pitch attitude. We want to unload the wing and break the stall. So we're aware of it. So what are some ways that we can recognize a stall?
So you can recognize this by noticing that your angle of attack is really high.
Okay.
And by the feel of the controls. So if they're not,
yes.
Yeah, if they don't have enough resistance.
Some people say mushy. Basically, you'll have a degradation of the controls. And this aircraft is also equipped with some kind of device to tell us.
Yeah, the stall warning.
Stall warning, and it'll blare out and let us know. Right, excellent. So we're aware that the airplane can stall and we can settle and hit the earth. We can avoid the situation by always being attentive, training, flying the airplane, making sure that our pattern work is good, making sure that we are exercising good airmanship. What I mean by good airmanship is flying the airplane.
Yep.
All right? Good airmanship. And then recognizing, just like we talked about, through control touch, stall horning, so forth, right? And then recovery, we unload the wing. We unload the wing, we break the stall, we add power as required, and we recover. And then we set. Now we want to try to seek for the minimal altitude loss possible, because what is a way that we can get ourselves into a approach to landing stall? What kind of scenario can we get ourselves? And I already gave the answer way. But
trying to stretch the glide or being distracted.
So
you pull up too much.
yeah, basically getting distracted, not cross-checking your pitch attitude, your airspeed, not pitch attitude, power in your power combination. Distracted looking at something else outside, or if you all of a sudden are on final and somebody pulls out in front of you and you react inappropriately and initiate a go around without to add power first, something of that nature. That's an approach to landing stall configuration situation.
Should I go ahead and turn back to the east?
We should go ahead and turn back to the east so we can give ourselves plenty of room. Okay. All right. So we recover by relaxing the back pressure, breaking the stall, adding power. Cool. All right. Okay, so I had the flight controls.
Your flight controls.
Okay, so we've got the aircraft configured just as if we would be on final. We got full flaps. Go for 75. All right, so Abigail's got the airplane configured for a landing like we're on final, 75. Carburetor heat on. Now we're going to chalk the carburetor heat. We're going to go cold. Nope, we're going to go cold. There we go. All right, 75. Now pull the power to idle. Stay on this heading. Don't be fixating on instruments. We're going to fix that. Looking outside. There you go. Now pull the power all the way to idle. Now try to stretch the glide and try to hold the airplane from descending below our current altitude. And I want you to let me know when you feel the controls start to mush. Degradation of flight controls is key. Okay, here's the horn. Comes 5 knots on. Comes on 5 knots prior.
There, I felt it.
Hey, power. Hey.
Oh, that was too far.
That's okay. It's okay.
All right.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to spice it up a bit. Okay.
Fun.
Let's get to 3,500 feet.
Why don't we do a clearing turn to the left?
Yep, that's fine. To the left.
To the left?
To the left. So you don't have to dump it. Just release the back pressure, get the power in there. Don't be hesitant on getting the power in there, all right? All right. I'm going to let you get the airplane configured. All right?
Why don't we keep heading to the east while we do this?
What I want you to do is I want you to turn to something out there.
11 o'clock, 10 miles, report inside.
I want you to find an object out there to point the nose to. And what I don't want you to do is I don't want the airplane to drift to the right or to the left, okay, of that point. All right, so you pick the point, whatever it is, commit to it. Okay, so we're good, airspeed good, okay.
Put my flaps to landing?
Yep.
Then take my carb heat off?
Yep. Now you see your object out there?
Yep.
All right. Now, bring your power to idle. And then use your yaw string. So step away from the head of the snake. There you go. There you go. And so, pitching back, let me know when you feel the controls become degraded or mushy. Okay, that pitch attitude looks uncomfortable. There's the horn, right? Bring it back.
There, I felt it.
Okay, recover. Power in. All right, step on the right rudder because of the P factor. See the yaw string? There we go. Now, is the airplane flying?
Yep.
Or are you still stalled? Can you tell?
I feel like she's still flying.
Yeah, she's definitely flying.
Oh, okay.
She's definitely flying. She's definitely flying because stall horn isn't going off. You don't have to mush in the flight controls or anything like that. All right, does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, now what I would like for you to do, let me check the altitude. We got plenty of altitude. Now what I would like for you to do is pull the power to idle. Bring the carburetor heat on, okay? Keep your point. Now all I want you to do, this is going to be called the fallen leaf maneuver. You got your point picked out?
Yep.
All right, keep pulling back. And what I want you to do is I want you to keep the stick back. All right? Keep the yoke back. We're going to let it holler. And I'm not going to let this, we're not going to let the stick go forward. Now this is called the fallen leaf maneuver, okay? So it stalls. And look at this. What we're trying to do is prevent it from spinning now, okay?
Okay.
So we're sitting in on a stall. Now if we had the inertia, we could do this all the way down, but it doesn't want to break all the way. It's so forgiving. This airplane is so forgiving. It's just sitting here stalling down. But as you can see, staying coordinated, keeping that yaw string center like that, the airplane will not drop. If we were to kick the rudder one way to the left or to the right, the airplane would enter an immediate spin, okay? So as you can see, the airplane can remain in a stall condition just like we are right now. We're descending at 700 or 800 feet per minute at least, and we're staying coordinated. What this is a confidence building exercise, okay? All right, now I'm gonna release the back pressure and I'll let you recover, okay?
All right.
You had the flight controls.
High flight.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's topic. Join us next episode as we have an advanced discussion on accelerated stalls and spin avoidance. Also join us as we conduct live episodes on aviation-related safety topics by contacting me at flyallamericans@gmail.com. Until next episode, fly safe, keep learning, and never give up on a dream. So long.